For this video, we are taking a look at the Castlerock model home here in Sonoma Verde. Let's go take a look inside. So right away, I love having a front porch on a house. It is just such a feature we don't really see anymore. Here we go. All right, so Castlerock, I love the height of these ceilings right when you walk in. You get this grand entry effect and the kind of the winding walkway. It really feels cool. So as we come in over here, we've got closet here, which is nice. Not too far from your front door. Bathroom over here. It's fun to have the wood look tile on the wall. Oops, ran into doors. And then here we have bedroom. Again, super tall ceilings. Walk-in closet, very nice size walk-in closet. Another bedroom here. Another walk-in closet. You know, as a kid, I did not get a walk-in closet. This is pretty fancy. And then here is a very large office. So you've got the French doors. I do like the single pane of glass in the French doors. That's nice. And then this is quite the open concept living room, kitchen, dining combo. Feels very grand. All right, and here's another one of those pantry doors with the glass. Still, I'm not so sure how I feel about that. I don't want to have to keep my pantry that clean. Or that tidy at least, but here you've got the separate upgraded cooktop to the oven. Kind of a fun shaped island here. And this is the upgraded cafe line with the appliances, which is cool. And then yeah, good size here. So here you have a 6-seater dining table. And then this gives you a look at kind of the depth of the backyard. Oh, if I can get these doors unlocked. So here's your patio space. And this gives you a sense, I know this is a little funny, but these model homes are on these very large lots. So they've built the fence further in so you can get a concept of what the backyard would feel like with the space. So with these backyards, I've seen people even put pools, like you can get a pool here and with the width still have some space. So we are starting to see, even though this neighborhood offers a pool, and rumor has it another pool might be coming because there is another amenity center being planned for the neighborhood because of just how much building they're doing, but no promises on what is coming in with that expansion just yet. But I love all the kind of they've brought in with their design selections, kind of the new style we're seeing with the warm woods, kind of that rich heritage, deep, bold coloring. I like that. All right, now over here, we've got your powder bath. And I like that it's not just like crammed into the tiny spot they could find. You actually have space to move around. And then your laundry area over here. So you've got washer and dryer, some extra space if you need it, and even extra storage. Very nice. And this primary suite in this model is massive. And then here is your bathroom. So I love having those lights or the windows up above. You get some natural light, but also maintain privacy. And then here you have the commode, a linen closet, nice bathtub, and a walk-in closet. And then check out this. What? Step-in shower. That's pretty cool. Oh, and I like this. This happens all the time. So your faucet is over here, not over there. So when you have these showers, a lot of times you'll see the faucet under the shower. So you go to turn it on and just turning the water on to heat it up, your arm gets all wet. Well, here, I know this is such a small thing, but it's such a big deal. You turn the water on here, oh, and it can warm up and you don't have to step in a wet shower or get your arm wet. Oh, it's so nice. All right, there we have it. Now let's sit down and let's talk a little bit about buying from Castlerock. Okay, so now let's talk about buying a Castlerock home here in Sonoma Verde. So I'll start with saying this is one of the best times you could possibly buy a Castlerock home in Sonoma Verde. So if you've watched some of my videos, you might have heard me mention by now that there are two really good times to buy from a builder. And one of the times is when they're just getting into a community because they want to sell homes, build momentum, and start getting people in the neighborhood. The second best time is when a builder is in the closeout phase. Well, right now, Castlerock is in the closeout phase for Sonoma Verde, which means you can get some incredible deals right now. So I'll start with that. But as far as like talking about, some of the features that Castlerock offers is some of the things that they talk about that they do well is that they have a lot of energy efficiency items in their home. So of course they've got the radiant barrier and really good high quality windows so that you have, because you'll notice in this model as we walked around, tons of natural light. I mean, like the lighting for this video right now is beautiful because I have all this natural light around me. It's perfect. So they use really high quality windows, and in that way you can get all this natural light, but you're not just like bleeding energy out of the house, especially during the hot summer months that we have. Another thing that Castlerock has that's nice to know, but you'll see it in all the spec homes that they have to sell anyway, but the 8-foot doors, like that is one of those things that when you have an 8-foot door, it just elevates the space so much. And so they have that here in the really nice tall ceilings. And kind of one of the things that you'll see as you're walking through Castlerock properties is they kind of go after that castle namesake. Like they want to be really kind of over the top and have that wow factor, like you're walking into a castle. And so like some of their floor plans have dome features, like over the dining, and it's pretty impressive. So they've got really nice floor plans. Now here in Sonoma Verde, like I said, they're in closeout. So they've actually built out on all of their lots. So you can't buy something and buy a lot and build. Now there are other, if you like the Castlerock floor plans and like taking a look at this home tour of this model, if you like this, well, that is something that you could definitely find elsewhere, like in Heath Golf and Yacht in Rockwall County, also Rockwall ISD schools. So they're also building there in case you did want to buy a lot and build. You could do that, just not in Sonoma Verde. But the trade-off is, again, the great deals that you can get right now. So like they have a 3.99% fixed interest rate running right now, and that's an incentive. So again, Of course, incentives could change week to week, month to month. So I am recording this video at the beginning of May 2026. So depending on when you're watching this video, this incentive may have changed. But for special inventory homes, they're offering that 3.99% fixed interest rate. And then on other homes, it's a 4.99% interest rate. And of course, it's all tied to using their preferred lender. But right now, when interest rates are 6.5%, that is a pretty good deal. Now, some other things about Sonoma Verde, I'm sorry, some other things about Castle Rock here on Sonoma Verde is that they do have 3-car garages that are like dedicated 3-car garages. So one of the things you'll notice is when you look at specs and you'll see, oh, something has a 3-car garage. A lot of times that third bay is kind of a tandem, which means you would have to have a car front and back. And great for storage if you want to use that third car bay up front for extra storage. But if you actually need 3 cars in that ingress and egress where you're going to have cars moving all the time, they actually have 3 side-by-side bays, which is nice. So you can actually have 3 separate cars. And another thing that they have, speaking of garages, another thing that they have in some of their spec homes, or as an option if you were to, find another Castle Rock home in Rockwall that you wanted to build, they have 2-story garage options, which on some of their floor plans, which I am not a car person, so not a big deal to me. But if you are a car person or a car person, like the ability to be able to put a lift in the garage, some people love that. And that with this being 2 stories, you would have plenty of room to do that. So kind of in this kind of a home, like with these lot sizes and this square footage, that is something that is really hard to come by. So that's a really interesting feature if something like that is important to you. So as far as inventory that's available in Sonoma Verde right now, and of course this could change depending on when you're watching this video, but and I've got to look down at my notes for my cheat sheet on this, but they've got prices starting at $599, $381 for a house that would be 3,254 square feet, 4-bed, 4.5 bath, and a 3-car garage. And then their spec homes go all the way up to a little over $752,000, and that will get you a 4,299 square foot home, 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bath, and that 3-car garage. So lots of options here for Castle Rock in Sonoma Verde. And again, to get that great pricing where essentially when you buy a Castle Rock home in Sonoma Verde right now with the incentives that they're offering, now, of course, can't promise anything, but you're pretty much walking into the house with equity when you buy because they have marked their prices so low off of what you get for the value. So really exciting time to get into a house in Sonoma Verde right now. So hopefully you're watching this video very soon at the time I have posted it so you can take advantage of these incentives. So if you want more information about buying a Castle Rock home in Sonoma Verde or about any of the other builders or the neighborhood just in general, be sure to keep watching. We have other videos about Sonoma Verde on this channel. We've got videos on all the builders. We've got a video about the school, a video about the neighborhood. So take a look for those. And if you don't see it yet, it's going to get posted really soon. But also go to livinginrockwall.com/Sonoma Verde to learn more. And hey, if we have not met yet, I am Jennifer Templeton. I am a realtor and broker associate with Keller Williams Rockwall. And I run this Living in Rockwall channel because I want to tell you about all the things that come with living in Rockwall. And that's a lot about all the builders that we have. So if you have any questions about living in Rockwall, you can contact me by going to livinginrockwall.com or reach out to me at 214-803-4444. Well, keep looking around for more videos and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.